Today we're going to plant a peony in heavy clay soil. This area I mulched last fall to kill off some of my grass, so I'm pulling back the mulch and cutting into the cardboard for my hole. You want to dig the hole twice as big as your pot, so here I'm removing about 6 gallons of soil to plant a 3-gallon pot. If you encounter large tree roots, make sure you cut them on each side of the hole and then remove the middle, or they might compete with your peony for nutrients. Here during my dig, I found a PVC pipe, which you also don't want to cut into, so I end up moving my hole over just a few inches to avoid it. Once I move my planting hole over to avoid the pipe, I use a tape measurement just to check my hole depth and hole diameter. Then I drop the pot in to make sure there is plenty of room underneath and on the sides to backfill. Now here is the most important step for planting in clay. You need to condition your soil to improve drainage so you don't end up with rotted roots. Add in 1 part compost, 1 part pine bark mulch, and add it to 2 parts of native clay soil. The compost can either be from broken down kitchen scraps or animal manure. It doesn't really matter. The point is to integrate that organic matter into your clay. I also add a bit of pine bark mulch because it's an inexpensive way to improve drainage at your planting site. We want to keep backfilling until the top of the potted peony is slightly higher than the hole, so we have a sort of low-grade hill. This will ensure that as the soil settles, we aren't burying our eyes too deep, which will result in poor flower production. For our last steps, I'm just replacing the mulch back around the hole for weed suppression, but I'm keeping a healthy distance around the crown of the peony. And that would be the parts where the shoots are coming up out of the soil. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment with any questions.